Radiance, right? That's a big question mark for us because that was over very, very quickly. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity for redemption. Radiance is one of the stronger Miramar teams. And I think given the locations that they loot as well as where the flight paths and circles have been taking us, I think there's plenty of opportunities when we go into this next match today for them for, as you said, redemption.
I'll be honest, I'm not really worried about Radiance. I'm pretty sure they're going to be just fine. I think they're going to rack up points, and I think especially on this map, they're going to do well today overall. I think the first game was potentially them just getting surprised by Carnage. I'm not going to read too much into that. I just know that they happen to die really fast. That's all. As far as the recovery, this is a really good plane for everyone, especially the teams that may not had the best game in the first go around. It's a very even plane. It's going to cut the island in half. Everyone can go wherever they want to go. The circle, we'll see where that one goes. I for some reason I feel like this is going to go south, but yeah, fairly vanilla second game.
My spidey sense is telling me this is going north. I think anytime I see the plane path go anywhere near Oasis, through pretty much PCS2, we've been starting to see a lot more and more northern circles in that Cabrera kind of area. And I want to say that I want it because I think that it's difficult to fight for, and I think that it really makes for a good showing. But when we have those very centralized circles like we did have for that very first game, I think that that's, I don't want to say a little bit too easy for teams, but there's a lot of opportunity for not a lot of action, and I think for teams to let down their guards, which could have, as you said, perhaps been the cause for Radiance to go out pretty quickly for that match. Now, that said, the circle should pop here in just about a second. We'll know where exactly it is going to go, and all right, south it is.
That's the thing, Clover, that you have to understand is I make these circles. You know what I mean? I place these bad boys. But Lampalot immediately going to get a knock here on Rip as he's alone fighting this team before.
I mean, look, a really great play right now coming out from Duel is going to finish the crash onto this compound. Hack City rotating wide, looking for an angle here. Gets some damage, can't find the knock, just gets it there. Lampalot falls back down, but we see Danny G now has shots on Haxetti as well. Hella also flushed, so Greg Shot and Haxetti, last two still standing up for Fabled, as nades coming out now from Danny G.
These are some good zone grenades to kind of keep Haxetti at bay, and I really love Duel, pushing the initiative here. This is a team that has definitely struggled in the past, and I really like to see them kind of take control of their own fate, and they're just going for it. This is exactly what you want to see. Nice knock from Cherry.
I mean, Hack said he tried his best there, but ultimately was fallen down there. All that's left is Greg Shot. We can see Cherry off at distance. Is going to spot him out, but Wooly in the end with a headshot. Fabled goes out very early, 16th. After getting victory there on match number 1. Duel's going to have plenty of time to recover, though. And, rotating to the really any spot for safety right now is see Illusion quick to take this compound here on the minimap. You can see ATC and Shoot to Kill not too far behind, but it's this fight that's been going on between 303 and Veritas. It's going to be interesting indeed. Just inside the center of the zone here, both Keenan and Pentalol still knocked for Veritas. Opportunity for redemption and revives here if they can take out Honey Badger. As 303 has lost one in this 2-2 split. Landoon and D-Rich up the hill trying to do additional damage onto Veritas here. So if Jazza can take out Honey Badger, might be an opportunity here. But nope, Honey Badger is going to say nope to Sharp Shot as that flush comes back out.
If 303 was indeed split here down on this lower compound, this is not a common split because although you have cover to give from the position that D-Rich and Landoon are in, it's just not that beneficial to hold this compound as well as hold the hilltop. You're better off just holding the hilltop, which is one of the best positions on the map, especially when the circle is on it. So, interesting
speaking
split.
Of hilltop, ATC right now is starting to pull up onto the hilltop just above Veritas's compound. We can see on the minimap Marcelic, Aguila all setting up here, and so might be an ability to help out Veritas. Shots onto 303, or it could spell the end of Veritas's demise as Jazza has been bit up. Looks like they might not be able to get to Pentalol in time. Will bleed out, so still 2 players up for Veritas onto this.
Pick up
now
that
we can see this is kind of a little bit of a trapped situation for all of them now.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why this compound isn't really one that you normally split in because, this can happen. It's just not the greatest position. I understand maybe while Veritas is here, if they had to crash here, or it's kind of a last resort, but 303 looked comfortable on that hill. So, again, just an interesting kind of choice there. I'm not exactly sure why we found 2 members of 303 in that bowl, but we did. You know, they still had 4 kills, though, so they got a decent amount of points. Again, anything, especially in the beginning of a series like this, all the points you can accumulate, as little or as much as many as they are, is incredibly important to the start of a series. I feel like that was a very roundabout way of saying things, but yeah, that's great. The fact that they even got those 4 points. And here comes Comets now rotating just past Hardships, and Hardships is going to start to kind of position themselves to receive this, because they're not in a great position, especially with Comets in that compound.
Yeah, I mean, Hardships trying to create as much hard cover as they can. As we see, the vehicles are out. Tires, though, are being blown from Comets, who still need to work their way into the zone. Yep. D-Treats and Yaxley trying to find an angle that's going to get them safely as we see them continue to rotate in those vehicles. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, Dodge is going to fall there. Finna eliminated, actually, from Soniqs out at range. You can see Purdy Curdy has been knocked, unfortunately. It looks like a lot of teams picked the wrong place to rotate back in. There's so many teams right now that are right on top of each other. As Los HD, McCoy shots right now out onto Zenith.
Oh, the jump!
Some nice
that was
hits,
very dangerous.
No knocks just yet. Los. It's a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, and the way that they're approaching this is correct. They know it's probably a duo now in front of them, so is Radiance going to get aggressive here? I mean, this might be their only chance to really do so without the support of the other 2 players, but it's also not the greatest push. It's kind of an awkward situation, but here comes Waldini coming onto the backside of this concrete, as well as McCoy. So now they have a nice duo to fight this, as Zenith finds themselves in a little bit of trouble now if they can't clean this up, especially getting an early knock.
The biggest threat, of course, for Radiance is the fact that Snakers is still wide, taking shots on this from Oath, as Radiance will send 2, as you said, out onto the God compounds, looking to take this away from Zenith and find some safety into the zone on the edge. As you can see in the minimap, just how many teams are in the area. Mystery, though, still upstairs as Kickstart waiting for them around the corner. So it's going to be really reliant on taking 1 or 2 members out on Zenith here, take out this 2-2 split. Both Leda and Roth are dealing with the rest of Oath right up ahead, and Waldo being very, very patient here.
This was just a really well executed time to kind of make this happen. They are running out of time because the circle is starting to push in, but I feel like Radiance did recognize that the other duo was getting pressured not only by them but by Oath, and so they chose the right time to come in, but they can't get the knock. McCoy's going to go down. Waldo going for the trade. He's not going to get it, and now Radiance is starting to have their back against the wall.
Waldo, as we see right now, is kind of dancing around McCoy's body as Kickstart looking for another angle on the rest of Radiance as the team pushing in, trying to stay alive. But, oh, beautiful angle there. Will get the knock onto Waldo. It's waiting for the push from the rest of the team. This is still the edge of zone, and we're in phase 4, so rest of Radiance needs to make a play and push themselves right into Kickstart.
Nice.
Kickstart finds another one. Los goes down. All that's left is 1 more member here of Radiance. Can they find him out here? It's Gaxi working his way into the zone. Meanwhile, the circle has taken another hard shift away from this.
He waited too long. Yeah, he thought he heard something. He waited too long, and that first aid's not going to stick. So he's going to go down after a beautiful play, taking down 2. And Oath has been an absolute thorn in Zenith's side as they took down not only one of the members up top that was helping Kickstart hold that, but now they're going to wipe them out completely.
Yeah, with, taking out Leda, I think the biggest thing for Oath right now is, did they read the kill feed well enough to know that Gaxi is still up? We see Balefrost watching the angle onto this. And, ooh, nice nade there by Simply Mad, as Snakers is going to go down. Balefrost, Relo looking for another angle onto this as their own utility comes back out in retaliation. Smokes out looking for a res here, but that Molotov by Matt is going to go just too far down the hill. Relo, meanwhile, getting hit by Guabi as he came up from the hill. J-Sank, however, is going to get Adat. It looks like Hardshift's trying to come into the backside of this fight.
Yeah, Adat was so far removed from his team. I'm not sure if he was stuck there or he's using it as a vantage point to get some information. But look at this. Ice Tech just burning through 2 members of Oath. And now Pat's going to have to run. He's the last one.
Pat actually is going to take a chance, try to take some more shots on to Liberate here, but found out in the end by Ice Tech as the barrel comes out and Liberate once again with a squad wipe. But immediately they have no time to drop their guard. They've got to deal with the hardships. Meanwhile, 303 once again finding themselves into conflict, this time with Comets. You see the Molotovs are out. Yaxley trying to survive this just a bit, and 303 is going to send one out the window. It's Landoon, but he's spotted by D-Treats, knocked and flushed out. And Honey Badger, D-Rich.
Oh, Soniqs has been knocking and just putting so much damage on the field from their position. And they've been there for a while, man. This is kind of like, I feel like a break for them because Soniqs usually chases a circle. I think PUBG has finally been generous enough to give them one, and they've definitely not squandered that that opportunity, let me tell you, as Icy Flex goes down.
Ooh, there you go. Soniqs right now with 4 kills and a knock to their name. You see Shoot to Kill trying their best to recover as Illusion rotating in just to the other side of this ridge line. I think the biggest thing that's going to help out Illusion right now is the fact that Soniqs still have sight onto Alo and Civ. That said, when we take a look from their angle, Illusion has to worry as well about all the other teams that still have angle on this, and that's Comets, the teams down to the south, and Civ with a nade. Beautiful. We'll get that knock onto Adam. Shoot to Kill knows exactly
that landed
where Illusion is.
in Adam's mouth. I mean, that pretty much exploded right in his face. That was a disgustingly well-placed nade coming out from Civ. A little payback to an old teammate, maybe? I don't know.
Ooh. And there you go. I mean, back again to the south, right? This is what we knew was going to be a bit of a tricky situation. Honey Badger is already out to the zone. Jazza leaving just a bit late. Meanwhile, ATC fighting out for hardships, that it's actually going to be Yaxley that gets that last kill on Jazza. Meanwhile, look at this, ATC nade back here, this time on the hardships. J-Sake and Chubba go back out. Loeb's the last one still standing. And the utility is out in force right now.
Wow. That was synchronized grenading from Marslick and Norkis. That was, dude, the grenade from Civ and then those 2 grenades that just came out of ATC were direct hits. I mean, man, those were so well placed. The biggest thing for those teams on the south, in, you know, Illusion and STK, is if they can capitalize on all these teams coming in from, sorry, those teams in the north to capitalize on these teams coming in from the south, because these guys might cause problems for Soniqs, which will give the teams in the north the opportunity to kind of push forward. Loeb's
doing a number on to Liberate, but took a lot of damage from that as well, and Marcelic is going to get an easy flush out of this as Hardshift's eliminated into 8th place. ATC will win out the high ground, and as they migrate their way into the zone, still need to be mindful of Ice Tech, who's left behind from Liberate. Meanwhile, Comets trying to battle this out from Carnage at range. We're actually going to get taken down by ATC. Norkis getting Yaxley and D-Treats onto this, as well as some of the Soniqs. It looks like everybody's got an angle onto this fight.
And this is rough still, though, because the teams in the north can't really move. Soniqs has just been such a nuisance.
Ooh, he's on fire! Oh, Monty is going to take that out. Stray God put out of his misery, and Carnage Gaming eliminated into 6th place. You know, a molly and a smoke. I get it. It'd be easy mistake there.
I think he was just running out, just begging, like, shoot me, please. I'm suffering. Yeah, who's been there for so long, and here comes beautiful grenades. Utility has been on point for everyone using it in this this game. From all 64 players, it seems like. But SDK is going to go down. There's really nothing they can do about that sandwiched. And they're going to go out in 5th.
I mean, nades and shoot to kill, but this time that's how they die. Is there any better combo? But the best combo right now we're seeing from Soniqs, as we can still see 4 players up. They are going to lose Tiggleton in this transition, but they are going to take out a couple players for ATC. Melon falls as well. 7 kills right now to Soniqs' name. And they do have a little bit of safety and protection from Illusion for their current place standing. So with 4 teams still up, Top Dog falls down here for Illusion. Adam caught out on the edge of zone, trying to stay alive, but they're still not in here. This is the end of Phase 8. They're not going to get much of a reprieve here, so they need to move very quickly and start taking out other members. They're taking shots onto this. Monty, I think, has got the angle, but so does Soniqs Mime. Shots right there into Adam
They're
again.
Still not in. I still don't think they're in. This is such a rough position for the last 2 members of Illusion here, as Adam is so low, and all the teams are just looking at
11 HP.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have much. He is, you know, he does have a boost going, but they don't really have much to play. Nox going to come out. It's actually be Monty. And now Freebie Please, the only one that stands for Illusion, as Soniqs is just wrapping back and forth, taking as much control as they possibly can, and I love to see this from them.
I mean, we're here into phase number 9. As you see the very tiny dot in the center of the minimap, that is where the circle is going to close. And so Soniqs regain control on the map right now, looking for more damage onto ACC. Utility is out. Free Me Please was found by Shrimpsy. As there were last 2 teams, I think, still up. No, Monty, excuse me, was not found just yet. There we go. 10 kills for Soniqs. I think our observer was just a little bit further behind. Norkis last up. Any trolls eliminated? No, Monty has been up this entire time, you guys. I was wrong. And Comets now with 1 still standing. Look at this. Great play. And I think this is finally
7
the time
kills,
for
second.
Soniqs. This is going to be hard for Monty.
Whatever happens here for Monty, he's already done his job, and he's done it very well. Comments are going to be happy. He's going to run out, deny the points. I love it. In that situation, again, with your back against the blue, there's just no way I think he would have even seen a kill. A knock, maybe. There's no way he would have been able to clean it up. Denies the point. Well played to Monty. Comments is going to come out, but Soniqs comes out on top with a beautiful hold on that compound.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, or die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9, and this 9 is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati.